let's talk about Skeleton Crew Episode 4. So just like our other reviews, we're going to be giving an overview, quick little section where we talk about our thoughts and give it a score, and then we'll give a spoiler warning before we go into spoilers. So, Alex, I'll go ahead and start on this one since you did the last review.
Okay. Yep, that works.
So for episode 4, I thought this was another solid episode. I think I liked the one before a little bit more, but this was still enjoyable. I think I gave the last one a 7 or an 8. I think this one I'll give a 7. It was a little more focused on like character development and was a little bit slower, but I liked the setting, learning more about the mystery. Some characters had some more focus on them and some good moments, so I thought this was a solid episode.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'll conflict on this one because I agree. I also think it's weaker than the other 3. I would give this one a 6.
Okay.
I just feel like while the episode was interesting and the lore was interesting, I don't know, it just felt rushed. Like we didn't have time with this like these characters and this world, and I don't know. I didn't fully buy into it just because it happened all so quick.
Yeah, it did.
I don't know. It just felt a little rushed. It was a slower episode, but just like what they're trying to tell us felt rushed.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I didn't. Like, I still enjoyed it. Like, a 6 out of 10. I just don't think as good as the other ones.
Sure. I think it does suffer a little bit more than the other episodes from that Disney 30 minutes in an 8-episode season kind of rushed feeling. So I see that.
But yeah, 6 out of 10. I don't think it's anything special, but it's still serviceable and fun.
Yeah. All right. So we'll get into spoilers now. So spoiler alert for episode 4 of Skeleton Crew.
I liked them focusing on Neil, but I just didn't see how the princess girl or whatever, like, so fast trusted him and saw his way. Like, there was a couple things he did that was nice throughout the episode, and then, like, that convinced her. There were some heavy plots in this, you know, like with kids being in an army. This whole planet's under war, like, all this craziness on this planet, and I don't know, you just didn't get much time, and you just saw Neil do 2 nice things, and all of a sudden, you know, the princess girl was like, oh yeah, no, we're friends. Yeah. I just wasn't convinced, but I still enjoyed it. It still had that Goonies feel, and and what's his face? Who's the main kid?
Wim.
Yeah, Wim. Just seeing him getting all excited to shoot guns. I don't know. There's something about Wim where like that would be me. Like he's just like showing off, like check this out with some gun. And, like,
yeah. When this episode started and they got to the planet, I was like, there's no way they made it home already in episode 4. And it turns out, yep, they had not.
I thought they were going to do like some weird, like, oh, we were gone longer and we thought time works differently on this world. Well, that's why it's hidden or something. I don't know.
It kind of seemed like that.
Yeah, because like, I don't know. So apparently I did like the mystery behind this episode. And I love the idea of like, there's apparently a bunch of at stuff, at planets.
At blank. Yep.
Yeah, at blank. And I'm very curious how each one differs. And I wonder if they're going to like have to go to another at one and then to see if that map is there and they have to kind of go through all these at planets.
You know, there were a couple of things in this episode that made it feel a little bit like Fallout. And just thinking about the different planets like that, they almost feel like vaults in Fallout. I wonder if they were running like
kind of,
experiments on like how a planet would survive on their own. And this one like fell into war and like theirs was like...
fell in like order.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true. And then like, what would the other planets look like?
Yeah, and if they all had slight differences, like maybe this one didn't have the robots keeping order and the other one did, and just seeing how that affects things. And then comes the question, who's running these experiments, if it is, and like that's interesting. I did like the mystery a lot in this. It kept me guessing.
So like SM33, which by the way, like is voiced by Nick Frost. Did you know that?
Yeah, I saw that. He does a really good job.
I know. I was like, I didn't know that. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. I want to know the mystery of like why his captain was there. Or he was there before, because the whole point is he can't remember, and it ended up being, you know, his captain told him to say that if anyone ever asks.
Yeah,
I wonder what do you think is that?
My theory on that is they were pirates looking for Atten because it's supposed to have like this treasure to it. And so the captain found these coordinates and was like, okay, I'm going to go get the treasure and I'm going to make sure no one else can find the treasure. So he had SME or SM33 destroy the coordinates after taking them, and then told him never tell anyone the coordinates except for me and kill anyone who asks. And then that kind of overrode his memory.
Which makes sense. Like, what happened to the captain specifically? Like, did they ever answer that? Didn't we just see him stabbed?
Found him stabbed, which I almost wonder if, like, maybe his crew wanted the treasure too and mutinied or something. But yeah, we don't know yet, which we might find out more from SM-33.
Yeah. So I did like the mystery of that. Like, I'm curious about these other planets.
Yeah.
And why are they so, like, hidden? Like, it's just, it is an interesting overall mystery, and the kid actors, they all did great again. It was mainly focused on Neil. The other ones weren't in it that much.
Yep. Which I like Neil. I like Neil a lot. It definitely kind of rushed through it, but he definitely has his head on straight and was like kind and knew who he was. He wasn't like ashamed to say he was scared. And I thought his scenes with Hana, I think her name is, were pretty good. Mm-hmm. They were pretty quick and they had to rush through it. And Hana is so extra, like her like doing the slide, and then at the end, I laughed so much when she just did a flip for no reason.
I liked that too. It's almost like they told her, like, oh, you know, if you want to do a flip when you leave, you can. Or, I don't know, or like she really wanted to do a flip for them or something. Like, okay, just do the flip.
Yeah,
because that was so unnecessary.
It was.
That was extra. Yeah, I mean, it was an average episode. I nothing crazy, but nothing that like got me mad or anything. It was just an episode, and it did pick up at the end.
It was a very Disney middle episode where they have to move it along, but they have an idea for an episode to like highlight a character, and so you just have one episode just on that, 30 minutes quick in and out. So yeah, I totally get your sentiments on that.
You could do a whole season just on this episode. Like there's a lot to pack in.
For sure. Yeah. Learn more about the Troik and how this planet fell into such warlike behavior. Yeah.
Which at the same time, I get it. You know, this kind of show is supposed to be, you know, they're, you know, one journey after the next journey. It's not like they're staying anywhere. So I get it. It's not that kind of show. But even in the context of it just being condensed to one episode, I still feel like this episode could have enhanced it and been longer and dwelled deeper, even if it's just a singular episode.
Sure. Yeah.
Overall, it did pick up at the end with the mystery, so it got interesting, and I'm excited to see where it goes.
And SM-33 at the end of this episode seemed genuinely like kind of scary when his memory, when she overrode his memory, and he was definitely about to kill a kid. Like,
oh god, yeah. Oh, he for sure was.
He looked pretty threatening, which I like him, so that was pretty interesting to see.
I still don't understand, like, Jod or whatever. Does he have force powers or not, man? They're trying to play
part of the mystery
so hard, and I know, but, like, it's annoying me because he could have just, like, force pushed me or SM-33 or something, but instead he just deactivates him, which I get too, but...
Yeah, I don't know.
The whole time I was thinking, dude, if you are a Jedi, you could easily do, or you have force power, you could easily do something. Go on.
True.
Unless he's just, that's what I don't get. Is he trying to hide it? Is he not? I know it's part of the mystery.
Yeah. I mean, one of the kids did say, I thought you were a Jedi, and he said, I never said that. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
But then how is he doing all those tricks?
I think they're waiting to reveal that closer to the end. But yeah, I don't know.
Is it going to be one of those things where, like, he says so he's not to the kids, and we'll see, like, a little hint that he actually is, you know, but the kids think he's not?
Kind of hope not. I want to know his story. That's one thing I want to know by the end of this. But I don't know.
I want him to whip out his lightsaber.
That would be cool.
That sounds so bad.
Not to the kids. But yeah, short episode, so I don't think I really have anything else on this one.
There's eight episodes total, right, we said?
Yeah, so we're halfway through.
Okay, so we still got 4 more.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, it's been fun.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it.
I just wish these were longer.
I know. As with all Disney episodes, they could definitely benefit from being longer.
I know we had this conversation every time we review a Disney show, but I just don't understand why everything has to be 25 minutes long and 30 minutes. I get it with comedy shows, but when you have like a normal show.
Yeah, I agree.
25 minutes? What is that going to do?
Good old Disney.
And not only 25 minutes, but like short seasons, you know?
Yeah. And the 30 minutes is like 5 minutes of credits and openings.
Yeah.
And yep.
Yeah, like 6 episodes for Marvel, like 8 episodes for Star Wars. Like, yeah, what happened to like a good hour-long episodes with like 10 episodes? That's like perfect.
Yeah, they probably just don't want to spend the money, to be honest.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, freaking Disney, man. But yeah, that's all I got on this. It was pretty short and
Yep.
pretty simple.